Hey there! Are you often confused about when to use could and when to use would? Well, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Ajeeth from Capshine. Capshine is a revolutionary learn it together English fluency program. Through Capshine, learning English is easy, quick, fun, affordable, and effective. And we promise a whole new you in 6 months or less. Let's look at what the usage for could and would is, shall we? So, the word can actually, if you use in the past tense, it can be used with could. So let's look at a few examples to start with. So that's the first usage, the past tense of can. I can do 40 push-ups. Look at that sentence. It's talking about now. It means I have the ability to do this right now. But what if I could do it? What does that mean? I could do 40 push-ups when I was in college. What does that mean? Well, it means that I can't do it anymore, but I could do it in the past. So to talk about abilities, what you can do, but in the past, and what you can't do anymore, you can use could to talk about these. Let's look at the second use. You can also use would as a past tense of will. Let's look at a situation. So if I said, I will ace the exam, or rather, he will ace the exam, you're talking about now. You're saying, you're predicting, saying that in the future, he will do it. But what if you want to say that in the past, you said he will pass the exam, and that's what you said? Well, for that, you can use would. I knew that he would ace the exam, right? So you're saying in the past, you knew that he will ace the exam, and to show that, you use would to talk about your intention or your feeling in the past. That's the use of could and would to talk about past events. Great. Let's look at another usage. You can use could or would to talk about possibility, something that could happen. For instance, it could rain this afternoon. So you're not saying it will rain this afternoon, you're saying it is possible that rain is possible, right? So it could rain this afternoon. I am feeling unwell. It could be the food I ate. So it's possible that the food I ate is what's making me feel unwell. So could is used in this case to show possibility, that something could be possible because of something else. The next usage is to talk about imaginary situations. So things that could have been, that would have been. Let's look at some examples. If I had 10 crores, I would buy a sports car. Do you have 10 crores now, according to the sentence? Of course not, right? So you're talking about imaginary situations. If I had 10 crores, then I would use that money to buy a sports car. So notice the language here. If I had this, I would do that. Similarly, if Sarita studied hard, she would pass the exam. So again, if she had done that, she would pass the exam. What does that mean? Well, it means that she is not going to pass the exam because she didn't study hard. So this is talking about imaginary situations, or in other words, hypothetical situations. So you can use would to talk about these hypothetical situations that are contrary to reality, that are opposite of what is actually happening. I don't have 10 crores, Sarita did not study for the exam. But we're talking about possible or hypothetical situations. Speaking of which, if you want to become more fluent in English, you would enroll for the 30-day free trial with Capshine, right? Why? Because with Capshine, you have speaking opportunities, you get to learn with a group, and you get a personal coach who gives you a fluency report and diagnosis of what you need to do to become a better user of the English language. Furthermore, you get access to daily micro lessons through which you can build your core concepts, and live classes where you can get your doubts resolved and build your foundational skills. Let's get back to the use of could and would. One other thing, could and would can be used to talk about things, or it can be used in situations to say something politely. And we're going to look at a few situations like these. So if you want to politely offer something, offer help or offer advice, you can use could or would. For instance, would you like something to drink? I'm politely asking them whether they want something to drink. Imagine this being said, do you want something to drink? Notice the difference in your tone, when you say this, you're much more polite, you seem more host-like, right? So would you like something to drink? Would you like to come home for dinner? Again, you're inviting someone, you're offering something, but you're doing it in a very polite way. When you're talking to, let's say, a new person that you respect, or your boss, or in a social situation, when you're offering something, using would can help you come across as very polite and very genial. Would you like my help with that? Again, you're not forcing your offer there, you're politely offering it, right? Would you like my help with that? Let's look at some more polite situations. To politely suggest something, imagine if someone comes and says, you should do this. You're doing this wrong, you should do this. That comes off very rude and people are not likely to listen to you. But if you suggest something using could or would in a polite way, you are more likely to get through to them and they will listen to you. For example, if you want to get healthier, you should try yoga. Compare that with you need to do yoga because you're not healthy, right? Notice the difference in tone. Even though this is milder and politer, people are more likely to listen to you because you said it in a very polite way. If you want to get healthier, you could try yoga. We could go to Thailand for our next vacation. Again, you're not forcing your opinion, you're giving a suggestion, but in a very polite and soft manner. We could. And of course, we could try the new Italian restaurant. Again, you're providing a suggestion without forcing your opinion there. Great. The next thing that we could use with could and would is making requests. When you want to request something and to say it politely, we could use could or would. For example, could I borrow your bike for a few days, please? Right? So you're asking for something and you're making a request and you're saying it very politely. You could also say with would. For example, would you open the door, please? Right? Notice how polite that is. By using would or could, you could make requests that are very, very polite. Would you mind if I borrowed your car? Again, another way of saying the same thing. Would you mind? So this phrase is fixed. You don't change that. Would you mind if I? Right? That doesn't change at all. You can't say, could you mind if I? That's not correct. So would you mind if I borrow your car? Or could I borrow your car for 2 days, please? Right? These are both valid alternatives. Great. Awesome. You want to continue improving your English? Well, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell notification to get updates on every lesson we share. And do not forget to check out the 30-day free trial to get all the benefits of your membership. You can do this by going to capshine.com or downloading the app from the App Store. Thank you.